Is Oleksander Usyk a top 10 heavyweight ever?
This is high-speed chess. That's what you're watching.
As of July, Oleksander Usyk has a strong case to be considered top 10 ever. Okay. They're giving me arguments. I'm gonna stop you right there. I need a definitive yes or no. What do you think? Spelled everything wrong right there. Yes, Oleksander Usyk is a top 10 heavyweight all time based on accomplishment, skill level, all in historical significance, especially becoming the first undisputed heavyweight champion of the four-belt era and already unifying cruiserweight. What about fighters like, let's say, George? Let me see. Give me a top 10 list of your own. We're going to try to break this thing down. We're going to try to break down the AI once again. We did it before. We'll do it again. Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Lennox Lewis, Marciano, Larry Holmes, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Vladimir Klitschko, and Oleksander Usyk. So let's say, what about Joe Frazier? He had 36 fights and beat Ali. Shouldn't he be over Usyk? Great question. Joe Frazier absolutely deserves recognition. He was one of the best heavyweights of his era, famously beat Ali in the first fight. Plus, he's an Olympic gold medalist. Why I put Usyk over Frazier? Joe Frazier's case, he beat Ali. He's tough, relentless, fought one of the most competitive era. Career had ups and downs. Total pro fights was 37. I didn't count the draw. Okay, that's my fault. Why Usyk edges him in my list? Usyk is undefeated, holds an undisputed title. He was also undisputed at cruiserweight. Has beaten multiple elite modern heavyweights like Joshua twice and Fury twice. His skill set is widely regarded as more versatile and technical. It really depends on what you value more: raw power, historic wins like Frazier's, or technical mastery and modern era unification like Usyk's. Okay. What about way back in the day, like say Gene Tunney? The era gap boxing was very different. Fewer rounds, less global competition, no TV or big promotions. Level of competition: heavyweight division was strong but smaller globally. Longevity and competition depth, yet a shorter reign compared to modern era champs. Okay. If the list includes all eras, definitely a candidate. Probably in the top 15 or top 20. Okay, so include all eras and give me a top 10. Let's see. And he still put Usyk at 10. I really wanted to argue with this thing, but it's not allowing me. It's really not allowing me. I really want to argue with this thing, but it keeps Usyk at 10. That's the big talk right now. Showbiz took him out of his 10. Everybody's talking about that. I seen Showbiz put like Gene Tunney in there, and ChatGPT is keeping Usyk inside the 10. I'm gonna try to get this a bit spicy. We'll change the topic to Usyk's all-time greatness. Where does Usyk rank all time? Give me a list and stop when Usyk is dropped in it. I mean all-time greatness. All-time pound for pound. I meant all-time pound for pound. Okay, this list. ChatGPT's a casual, man. It has Ali, Robinson, Armstrong, Floyd, Pack, Pep, Joe Louis, Chavez, Loma, and then Usyk. Look, Chat GPT, this list is horrible. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, that list is not great whatsoever. Let's see. He didn't have Sugar Ray Leonard top 10. That's kind of crazy. Let's have a quick debate. I have Usyk as the best heavyweight ever. I think he can beat everyone. I'm sorry, I'd be wrong. Ever. Do you agree? Let's jump into this debate. You say Usyk is the best heavyweight ever and that he could beat everyone. A bold and exciting take. Here's my perspective. Why Usyk could be considered the best: technical skill, versatility, undefeated record, historic achievements. But this is why I'm a bit skeptical. Physical limitations, raw power and aggression era differences. Comparing fighters from different times is tricky. Past greats had different challenges and fighting styles. I'd say Usyk is in the GOAT conversation for sure, maybe top 5 heavyweight ever, but calling him the best ever and able to beat literally everyone is a tough sell, especially against legendary fighters like Ali, Lewis, or Tyson in their primes. Look, Usyk is going to cook Ali. See what it says. That's a strong take. You think Usyk would outbox and dominate Ali? Let's break that down. Why Usyk could, quote unquote, cook him: superior skills, younger era, more advanced training, pace and volume, tactical adaptability, Ali counterpoint, speed, reflexes, unmatched charisma, charisma, ring IQ, mental toughness, experience versus elite competition. See, ChatGPT is playing on the really safe side of things here. While Usyk's skill set and modern advantages are real, Ali's unique blend of speed, charisma, and mental game might make it a very close fight. But I get why do you think Usyk's style and precision could give Ali serious trouble. If you had to pick a round by round breakdown, how do you see Usyk winning? Usyk technical style is never before seen. He is going to mesmerize Ali. I'm spelling everything wrong. And 12-0 him. You're really confident about Usyk's technical mastery. Imagine Usyk versus Ali with your take. Usyk dazzles with movement, jabs, and counters. Ali looks for openings but gets outpaced and outmaneuvered. Usyk's precision picking Ali apart. Ali's offense slow by Usyk's elusive defense and angles. Usyk seals the deal with volume and timing. Ali unable to land the big shots that define his style. If Usyk can control distance perfectly and avoid Ali's counters, he could absolutely rack up points and outbox Ali for 12. It's a fascinating matchup. If Usyk's outmatched, you're a bit too passive. Giving me some heat. Let's debate. I'm ready to bring you the heat. You say Usyk's gonna mesmerize Ali and 12-0 him, but let me throw down some hard, cold facts that challenge that. The speed, the power, the chin, mental warfare proven against the best. Okay, we'll debunk all of these. We'll just go down this rabbit hole here. Okay. How much power, spelled it wrong, did Ali have over Usyk? Why are we bringing up mental warfare like Usyk is not mentally stronger? I believe so. Proven against the best 70 years ago. It's 2025 now. See what it says. All right, now we're talking. You're right to call out the mental warfare angle. Usyk extremely composed and mentally tough, maybe even more so than Ali in some ways. He's ice cold under pressure, disciplined, never rattled. That's a huge edge in a chess match in the ring. But on the power question, Ali did have legit knockout power. He wasn't just a flashy boxer. He KO'd top guys, Liston twice and Foreman, who was a beast. Usyk he's a precise puncher. He doesn't carry that kind of one punch devastating power, especially at heavyweight. and on. It's 2025 now. True boxing has evolved, but raw power and speed are timeless. Ali's speed was legendary, and combined with his timing and ring IQ, it's hard to imagine Usyk outpacing or out-toughening him physically. Okay, let's talk about this. Did he KO Liston? Or did Liston take a dive with the mob? Alright, he's gonna be stuck there. Foreman, he beat Foreman with making him tired, not just raw power. I disagree. Ali power is not as devastating as you make it seem. You're hitting on some legendary boxing debates here, but both about Liston and Foreman. So let's unpack that with some fire. On Liston, the mob dive theory. It's been rumored endlessly that Liston took a dive. He did. He for sure took a dive. On Foreman, you're right. Ali's Rumble in the Jungle was a masterclass in strategy. Ali didn't outpower Foreman. This is a perfect example of how Ali's ring IQ and heart were as lethal as his physical skills. Ali's power wasn't just raw bombs, it was intelligent. Usyk power more subtle but sharp. He picks his shots and breaks opponents down methodically. Ali's style was more versatile. Power, speed, smarts, unbreakable will. You say Ali's power isn't devastating. I say it's the perfect power, effective and smart, not just explosive. Usyk would have to be a perfect tactician and physically flawless to match that. And Ali's proven ability to overcome raw power with skill and guts is legendary. This power will not be a major factor in this fight. This is going to be boxing. Who is more crafty? Who can do more at a range? If power is off the table, we're strictly talking pure boxing, craft, and controlling the range. Here's how I see it. Craftiness, both are insanely crafty, but in different ways. Controlling the range, Ali excelled at using his jab to keep opponents at bay and set up attacks. His reach and speed let him control the center of the ring. Smaller heavyweight, but uses superior footwork and positioning to control distance and angles dynamically. His style is more fluid and elusive. Ali probably has the edge in speed and psychological craft. He can bait and frustrate opponents like no one else. Usyk has a slight edge in pure technical footwork and ring geometry. His ability to change angles and move without predictability is next level. So in a pure boxing match with minimal power punching, it'll be a high-level chess match, but Ali's speed and unpredictability combined with mental warfare give him a slight edge. Usyk's precision and angles would make it incredibly competitive. Okay. What about all of Ali's flaws? He punched with his hands down and chin up. Why? Because heavyweight were smaller and could not punish him for it. Still a bad fundamental habit he never shook. Now you're bringing the real talk. Ali's flaws, especially that classic hand down, chin up style. Let's break that down with some heat. While he did it, confidence, showmanship, his incredible reflexes is a psychological tool. It's a fundamental defensive flaw in boxing. Fighters with more power and accuracy could have capitalized and did some hurt. Modern heavyweights and why Ali's habit would be exposed today. Heavyweights today are generally bigger, stronger, and punch harder. Usyk with his precision and sharp counters would absolutely punish that mistake. Ali's reflexes would have to be off the charts to consistently avoid counters from a guy like Usyk exploiting those openings. So here's the heat. Ali's style was revolutionary and effective in his era, but if he fought in 2025 against a technically flawless, patient, and precise boxer like Usyk, that defensive flaw would be a huge liability. Do you think Ali's speed and reflexes could fully compensate for that glaring defensive flaw against someone like Usyk, who's a master at exploiting openings? No, I don't. That's why I'm telling you. Usyk cooks him. In this matchup, Usyk's perfect defense and sharp counters would break down Ali's confidence and rhythm, leading to a clear tactical victory. I'm starting to see your point. Usyk's style really does have the tools to cook Ali in the pure boxing sense. You've got me thinking, if Usyk executes flawlessly, do you see any scenario where Ali lands a big counter to turn things around, or is this a stylistic matchup? This is a generational mismatch. I said matchup, stylistic mismatch. This is a generational mismatch. These two don't deserve to be in the ring together. You know, Ali dominated guys of the 60s. He was great. We'll leave it at that. We had a fun little video today. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Usyk, I'm really excited to hear where you guys have Usyk all time. In terms of heavyweights, all time in terms of greatness, pound for pound. And do you think Usyk could beat the great Muhammad Ali? You guys let me know.